when I'm in a relationship, I'm in a relationship. I won't even stop.
Yeah.
I'm committed. But then I go back to be like, hey, what's good? And they also realize and understand, okay, she's in a relationship.
And there's always people that you know, like you guys have.
Dude, I've been having one person for the past 3 years. We good like that.
Get married.
No, he's married. No.
Hi and welcome back to the channel. Come closer, class is in session. So today I'm going to talk about bad branding. I know it's something that a lot of people don't talk about, but it actually exists, you know. It's very important how you position yourself in this industry, because one mistake, people will run with a certain narrative and hold that narrative over your head for years to come, right? And this can cost you opportunities as an influencer or content creator. So you need to be very careful of the type of content you put out there and the type of things you post if you really want to make it in this industry, right? And a perfect example I can think of on top of my head when it comes to bad branding is definitely Zodwa Wabantu. She branded herself a certain way, right? And I'm going to talk about in terms of her audience and numbers, right? You do not want to have more males or more men watching you and following you, right? Because men are just there to look at your content, like, and that's about it, right? You'd rather want a female driven audience, like 80% women. Women are supportive. Women genuinely love and they really show up for women. And Zodwa Wabantu branded herself a certain way, and that's why I would classify her as an example with regards to bad branding, right? Now, the quickest way for an influencer content creator to go down the bad branding path includes the following points that I'm going to talk about. Number one, don't center your content around a man. Don't make a man your whole personality, right? Unless you're married, you can get away with it, because the highest price a man can pay is to make you his wife. So if a man starts embarrassing you, doing stupid things and publicly just dealing with you, we can always understand that you're married to him. But if you're dating someone, if you're still single and still finding your feet in the dating pool, please don't post that man. Don't create content around him. Don't launch that man on your platform. Don't advertise him to other women, right? Because come breakup season, come breakup a day, now you can't want to continue with your content, you don't want to talk about it, and he's just having the time of his life. And an influencer that I can use as an example when it comes to this is Mihlali. She literally, we all know the Leroy story, confidently dated this man, and after they broke up, he literally ran his mouth and he was just bashing her online, you know, and it didn't make sense. It was pointless. So just learn from Mihlali that you don't launch your man on your platform as an influencer or creator, right? If you started your content with your boyfriend, please just avoid and try to move away from such content and be on your own. It's your own platform. Have fun, right? The second point I'm going to talk about is story time or dark story time, right? Now, I mean, there are certain things that we do. We're all adults, right? I mean, when I log off here, I'm gonna go chill, have fun with my friends, you know, and things like that. So there are certain things that happen behind the scenes that you guys don't need to know about. It's none of your guys' business. Don't bring certain things online that can block you or cause a lot of drama in the future. And an influencer that we can use as storytime example is definitely Koli, right? She was a storytime queen back in the days. She ran her mouth. She was young. She said what she said. She meant what she said. And fast forward, she started changing, growing up and adulting, and she was now a Christian. And a lot of people brought her past and she couldn't deal with it. It was too much. So avoid certain storytelling. I mean, if you're going to tell us about your friends and certain things that happen at work, that's cute. But if you're going to tell us that you're sleeping with married men, dating married men, that's actually your business. We don't need to know about such things. And it can, in future, just contribute to your bad branding, and you can lose certain opportunities simply because of this, right? And then the third point I'm going to talk about is creating viral content only. And the person that I'm going to use as an example when it comes to viral content only currently is Dineo, right? Now, this is good. It's amazing. But after a few years, it's going to go downhill, because your audience is going to constantly want a high from you, right? They constantly want high viral moments. And if you're not going to create that type of content, they're going to get bored and they're not going to want to watch. Even now, recently, someone commented that they don't want to watch Dineo's confessions. No, they want like her stories, her type of content. And I'm like, do you see where is it going, right? For now, she's popping, but a few years later, it's going to be very difficult to rebrand or try and change certain things on her channel. And this might just lead to bad brand branding, you know, simply because of her viral moments. And then the last one I'm going to talk about, and a lot of women do this, right? Over-sexualizing yourself. Now, there's nothing wrong with being sexy, but there's too sexy and too much, right? And again, when you're too sexy, your audience tends to be men, and men are not that supportive. If you start a business, they're not going to support you. If you're selling something, they're not going to buy. The ladies that master the skill of being sexy and cute and let women support them are people like Snake Gugu. Right? She knows how to be sophisticated, sexy, matured, and a lot of women support her. So if you're revealing too much and you're overly exposed, your audience is going to be men. And with men, I'm not going to lie to you, they're just going to click online, but in person, they're not going to really support you. They're not going to show up for you like that. So those are the type of things that you need to avoid, especially as a small creator or when you're starting out. Don't create such content. Or even if you do, don't focus on it too much. You get what I'm saying? Now, I just want to end off by saying that sometimes as small content creators, we do forget that we need to work hard, right? And we need to create names for ourselves. And I do understand that creating viral moments, story time content, trying to pop and get attention is very important. But don't forget that this is a long-term game, because after 5 years, right, what you're creating now might just catch up with you. We saw it with a lot of influencers and creators, and now you're going to get irritated. You're not going to have certain opportunities. You can't sit in certain rooms because it started out cute, it was funny, but now it's not creating opportunities for you, right? So when you create content, just be careful and be mindful of the type of things you put out there, because it can hurt your brand, it can harm your brand, and it will end up in what I call bad branding. And Zoto Abantu is a perfect example. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. She used to pop and trend every second day, but where's she today? No one is saying anything. I hardly see her online. She's not posting or trending anymore. So you need to make sure that before you trend, understand why you're trending, and position yourself very well in this industry. Position yourself in the sense that you can create opportunities for yourself. With that said, tell me what you think about bad branding, and please give me examples of the people you think experience this or might just experience this in the industry. With that said, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.